guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Orintlebela, and be sure to subscribe to the channel if you've not already. For some odd reason, I'm just waiting for my aunt to get ready because we have a nail appointment, okay, to get to. So she's just taking her sweet time and all of that, and I'm like, you know what, let me just put on this robe so that I can come here and just talk to you guys, and because I miss you guys. So for today's video, you guys, we're gonna be talking about self-love. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel because I've been consistent with a whole lot of content. It's like back to back, back to back. So do the right thing by subscribing to the channel, you guys, and I'm going to be releasing more vlogs again and a lot of sit downs. So you want to make sure that you subscribe to the channel, and yeah, in the spirit of looking absolutely amazing, I want to tell you guys on how I want to give you guys tips on how to, you know, love yourself, you know, and stuff, and just working on that. And I think I'm also in the process or in the progress of actually just understanding what true self-love is, because you can look this good on the outside, but on the inside you're actually just kind of like trashy and you hate everything about yourself. It's a learning curve, it's a learning process, and I always advocate for personal accountability and just taking responsibility for whatever it is that you say and you put out there. And I believe that when it comes to self-love, words of affirmation are the most important things ever to actually take account to whenever you're going through this journey. Because I remember I had to work through this negative traits that I had about myself when it came to, you know, the first tip, right? When it comes to self-love, you need to take accountability for the things that you do and say, holding yourself to a higher standard and not letting certain things slide just because they're done by you. So the first tip, you guys, that I want to share with you guys when it comes to the self-love journey or the process to that is taking accountability. So for one, I know that I had, or I still have, that negative trait about myself of just being dismissive. You know, you could literally say anything or anything to and do anything to me, and I would literally be so dismissive. You would literally feel so offended by it. And I knew that it was a problem for me and that I had to, you know, fix it, right? So just taking accountability for the things that you do. I personally do advocate for taking responsibility. So for me, actually acknowledging that I have a problem when it comes to being dismissive at times and calling it into place, which made everything for me seem easier, because I was like, okay, this is the problem that I'm facing. How can I best, you know, maneuver through this problem? So whenever someone says something to me, instead of just, you know, being dismissive about it, I tend to want to understand that person. What makes you say whatever it is that you're saying to me? It could be mean, it could be, you know, just coming from a good place. But for me, when it comes to criticism, when it comes to physical appearance, I really could never just take that personal. But when it comes to my character, the person that I am, the way that I you know, I put myself together in terms of just knowing how to best articulate myself, and, you know, the woman that the woman that I am inspiring to be, that kind of hurts me and it gets to me. But if you want to talk about physical appearance, when it comes to, you know, throwing a jab and all of that, it really just doesn't get to me as much. So self-love, guys, you need to know how to take accountability for the things that you don't personally like about yourself. And one thing that I've learned in this journey is that it is okay to love your insecurities, the things that you're not so overly confident about, and the things that make you shy away from the crowd, the things that you don't want to talk about. You know, obviously I'm insecure about my weight and all of that, and I know that I need to, you know, take it a step further and just try and lose weight and all of that. And I know that it's not easy, but acknowledging the problem, that I'm having a problem with this, kind of puts me in a place whereby I can actually see that, okay, this is the problem that I'm facing. How can I best maneuver through this problem so that I can feel way better about myself? And let's also move into, you know, physical things, you know, just putting on, just taking a bath, having a makeup, a skincare routine, a makeup routine, just it makes me fall in love with myself, because it means that if I'm able to take care of myself and do all of these nice gestures for myself, it actually puts it out in the universe that this is how I would like to be treated, because I'm putting myself up there. It's like literally just up there, and it's like I cannot accept anything less than that, because if I'm holding myself to a certain standards and all of that, I cannot have double standards. It's like, okay, I'm holding this person to a higher standard, but I am not holding myself to that certain standard. So it's very important that you do these little nice things for yourself, like, I don't know, getting your hair done, lashes done, your makeup done. It does, to a certain extent, contribute to you falling in love with yourself. And also with falling in love, you guys, with yourself, putting yourself first, nursing your feelings, your mental health. When you're depressed, you got anxiety, because I know one thing about me, I've got anxiety, and anxiety is bad for me. At times when I have anxiety, I need to catch myself in the mirror. I'm like, okay, you know what, it's okay for you to feel like this, because you're not in control of the situation. So it's very important that you read self-love books, and you can also read those books, because I think I read a book on self-love and all of that, and I really just didn't understand the concept of it, because I was just reading just to read, just to finish the book, I don't know. But as soon as I actually got to understand the things that I'm not so proud of or as confident about when it comes to myself, and actually loving those things, nurturing those things, I was like, oh my goodness, this is how it truly feels to actually love yourself unconditionally. We expect like so much love and gratitude and the purest love when it comes to being loved by your partner. You want him to love your flaws, your insecurities, when you're feeling low, when you're depressed, when you got anxiety and all of that. But do you love yourself when you are stuck in that moment or in those moments? Do you forgive yourself whenever you're going through okay, let's say you did certain things that you were not proud of. It's the craziest thing. I'm able to forgive everyone that did me wrong, but whenever I do something that hurts self and it hurts me mentally and I'm in my feelings about it, I'm the worst critic there is when it comes to self. And that's crazy. And it's like, you're able to forgive other people for the crazy things that they do so effortlessly, but whenever you have to forgive yourself for the dumb things that you've put yourself through, it's like you hold the biggest grudge there is. We have to do better when it comes to this. I've talked to guys and all of that they tell me all the time, I like everything about you, I like the way you talk, the way you carry yourself, you're so confident. And I'm like, my guy, what are you saying to me? Like, at times I go through the worst anxiety. I'm like, oh my goodness, I don't think like I truly love myself that way for it to be portrayed out there. I guess it's true when they say you have to I don't know, fake it until you make it. So it is very important that you hold yourself to a certain standard, and that whenever you are going through something, you actually acknowledge the fact that you're going through something. That's part of self-love, taking accountability and putting yourself first. And also another tip about self-love is that it is very important to be kind to yourself, to be gentle, to be as much as you want your partner to be gentle and generous and all of that, it's very important for you to be kind to yourself. How well do how kind do you talk to yourself? How, like, it's crazy that whenever you are upset or in your feelings, you're so quick to just without actually acknowledging your feelings, that you are actually hurt. And it's okay for you to look at the mirror and just cry and be in your feelings and like, what we did on this day was literally effed up. But right now, the way that I'm gonna address the situation is that I'm not gonna shout at you. Okay, this is me looking at the mirror. I'm not gonna shout at you. You are so annoying. My cousin is literally just disturbing me right now. He is so, you are so annoying. So annoying. So it is very important for you to actually be kind to yourself. If you wanna hop on this video, you better come. Guys, he is so annoying. So, and the next tip on how to best, love yourself and all of that is that trust yourself to make good decisions, right? Trusting yourself, it goes a long way, because it stems from you knowing yourself. It stems from you being confident and having this, this in-depth confidence that oozes out of you, that you trust each and every decision that you take, which sets you up for whatever it is that you are planning on, accomplishing in your life, whether you fail at it and whether you win big. But it's that inner trust. When you trust yourself, it's the best feeling ever, because I know that one day I'm gonna be the most searched YouTuber on this platform, and I'm being slept on by so many people. I wanted that sound of but it didn't come out. So it's like, I trust myself, and I know that with the equal amount of consistency, I'm gonna get there. And is it a rush? No, it's a marathon. So with self-love, it's very important that you take accountability for your actions, for whatever it is that you say, putting yourself first. I forgot the other tips because they're just flying off my head and all of that. But it's very important that you love yourself. And words of affirmation, oh my goodness, those are the best. Literally, I tell myself that I'm the shits. I tell myself that I'm the best thing that ever happened to mankind. I told myself that when God was making me, honey, he was in a good mood. Okay, I tell myself that I'm the literally, oh shit, you can't tell me nothing, especially when it comes to my physical appearance, and you want to try and come for me, girl, you could never win when it comes to me, girl, period, poo. So it's very important that you hype yourself up all the time. We expect the men that we date and we go out on dates with to always tell you that, oh goodness, you look so good, you look so pretty and all of that. But it's about high time that you tell yourself that you look pretty today. And I tell myself all the time that whenever I leave for school and I know that my outfit, honey, is on point, it's to the T, I tell myself, I'm like, oh girl, work that thing, girl. Oh, especially when you walk away, when you smile, when you talk, I hype myself all the time. Those things, they literally boost up my confidence. I get myself things that make me, feel good and fuzzy inside. I do my makeup, I do my lashes, I do my nails, feet have to match everything. It's I put on makeup, I do all of these things that make me, feel good inside. And when you date someone that hypes you up as well, even though they know that at times you kind of doubt yourself, which is a low blow for me, but it's when you also have a partner who also hypes you up as well, it makes everything just make sense. So falling in love with yourself, it's a journey, it's not easy. And I've noticed this about myself, that I'm so easy at welcoming people in my life and just opening up doors and space. Here's room, come in, feel comfortable, just do your thing, ooze away, and at times it's overwhelming on my mental health, because it's oh my goodness, I literally put my heart out there, because I'm a Cancerian, so it's it's second nature to me to just be around people all the time. And it's when they do me wrong or dirty, it's I never thought you could do this to me, you fake, you cancelled, bye. But it's and then and then when I talk to myself, because guys, I talk to myself a lot in the mirror, so it's and then I talk to myself, I'm what, as welcoming as you are, you need to set boundaries for yourself. So that is why whenever I talk to new people and stuff, I make them earn me, right? And I'm sure you're probably asking, like, what does a person have to do to earn you? Consistency in whatever it is that you're doing. You have to be consistent with it. You have to be reliable as well. I need to know that when I talk to you and I'm hitting you up, I'm like, okay, the plans that we made and all of this, you're gonna pull through. That's part of self-love as well. Just not letting other people like get to you like that, bamboozle you mentally like that, right? And also just, you know, being trustworthy. All of these things that I am requiring, all of these 3 things that I'm requiring from a person to earn me, has got nothing to do with money, tangible things, love. Those things come easy. So when it comes to self-love, you also should hold yourself to a certain, you know, caliber and standard. So when then people come to your life, it's not just a freeway highway from Southgate to my place. It's not just a freeway. You know, people have to earn you. People have to know that if I cross this person, there are certain repercussions that I need to go through in for me and her to be on good terms. You know, just in case my mother decides to watch this video 5 years from now, Mama, this is not alcohol. You know, just you know, it's like holding yourself to a certain standard and envisioning the type of woman that you know you see yourself being, right? And 5 years from now, I don't want to be like this. I want to grow more mentally. I want to understand the beauty of life. I want to travel. I want to be I'm just putting it out there in the universe. I want to be the most highly paid actress in SA. I want to be the most demanded, the most wanted actress ever. This is part of self-love. Words of affirmation, putting things into existence, manifesting things, praying about it, having a goal book. All of these things, it's part of self-love. Baby girl, you're holding yourself to a certain standard. You have set rules, regulations, steps, guidelines. You have a straight ruler. This is you. You don't curve to the side. You know? It's part of self-love. It's like you take so much pride. I take so much pride in, you know, in my physical appearance. And it's like you can never catch me slipping. You know, the only time you can actually catch me slipping is, you know, when I'm, you know, I don't know what, but it's like I would rather just stay at home knowing very well that I'm not okay on that day. But when you see me out there, you know that I'm putting my best foot forward, honey. You have seen me on my prime, on my best days ever. So it's like when you take pride in your physical appearance and you know that you look good, you smell even way better, you carry yourself like a lady, you know how to conversate with people, you respect people. Take that force, that energy, and put it inwardly, internally. Love your insecurities. Let that confidence blossom out, you know. Take responsibility for the things that you do. Say thank you a bit more. Acknowledge the people that you have in your life, because there's this thing that I always say. I think it's a quote, and I got it off of Facebook. It's that real recognizes real. So when you see another pretty person, like, hey, what's up, and all of that, it doesn't take anything away from you, baby girl. Trust me, it doesn't. You know. And I had so much fun filming this video. The goal, you guys, is that we get to 300 subscribers on this channel. Please. And I'm also praying about it, and I'm about to write it down on my goal book, my diary, and I'm gonna pray about it. I'm gonna put out more videos. I'm gonna do the things that need to be done, right? And I'm so hyped. I'm so excited, you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time on my next video. Pooh, love you, bye.